Hi everybody, it's going to be an old-fashioned get ready with me today, and I am going to just touch on what the next video is going to be about. What I'm going to do today, I've got a lot of oldies today, a lot of things that really have worked well for me. I'm doing a lot of cleaning up and cleaning out of stuff in preparation for getting my house ready. So I've come across a lot of things that I really haven't used for a long time. Some of them I'm going to take a chance on, see how it goes once again. And I've shown this to you a number of times now. This is absolutely 100% one of my totally favorite things now. And by the way, I'm going to give this a try on stains because I had seen somewhere in a video that it worked really well. I'm going to give it a try. We'll see if it works. It will or it won't. And we will take it from there. So it's my Biore Charcoal Cleansing Micellar Water. I first had gotten it with my Pinch Me package that they had sent me, and I have been in love with it since and use it every single day. So I start out doing my Clarisonic, and lately what I've been using for a cleanser is my Trust Beauty Cleanser, again, that the company had sent me a while back and that I had tried, and I absolutely 100% fell in love with that. I don't know what it is about this micellar water, but I swear it makes my face feel so squeaky clean that I'm in love with it. I'm totally in love with it. So this is definitely my start to whatever my day is going to be in terms of makeup. And as I've said many times before, and some people think it's strange that I put makeup on every single day, whether I have plans to leave the house or not, because I think I should look good for me. And I think I'm not doing it for the world. I'm doing it for me. So I am getting ready for my day. Today, I was hoping to be able to get a few things accomplished, going out for an early dinner tonight. It's pouring here. It's been pouring all day, which of course makes my leg hurt. So that is another thing I have to deal with. I just tickled my throat when I used this on it. But it doesn't irritate me at all. And again, it just makes me feel so squeaky clean. Next thing I'm going to do today, and I haven't done this in a very long time. I don't even know if these things are good still, but I'm going to find out. It's the Peter Thomas Roth Cucumber Detox, and I had bought that a very long time ago, probably about 2 years ago. So let's see how it works, if it works still. If not, it was still wonderful when it did. Now, when you put this on, and I had been doing way better with my bags when I was using my product all the time. I had stopped using it for quite a while because I was kind of going through a really tough time emotionally and, you know, with life. Okay, again, this is the Peter Thomas Roth. It is the Cucumber Detox, and I love a lot of his products. As you know, I use his water drench every single day. I know I've gotten a number of you hooked on it as well. There is nothing as quenching for your skin as this, in my humble opinion. And I'm going to take this, and they give you this little spatula, so it keeps it very clean when you're taking it out. Oh, it may even be dried out because it's been so long. No, it still has some stuff on it. Oh, I've got two. I've got more than two. I think so much for keeping it clean. I think I took out 6 of these. That's hilarious. Okay, now if I can only remember how it works. I think it works this way. Or I'm going to put it on like this and like so. And I'm going to let it sit like that. I think they said 15 or 20 minutes. So clearly, I'm going to have to stop this. Let me just take out one from the other side. And hopefully I'm taking only one. I'd forgotten how thin they were. Well, that was dumb. That's not the way it works, guys. That was not smart. Yeah, I need it from the other side. because of the way it fits on the eyes. So I hope I don't screw this up, because I would say I have probably, it's less than half, but I still have quite a bit of it left, and so much for that immaculate way of taking it out. Duh. Okay, I'm separating it here, and I'm going to take this one, and they're both on, they're sort of wet. They have the stuff on the wrong side. I don't know how to do this, because everything seems to be the wrong side at this point. I need it. I want the stuff, but I want this way. So let's see if it depuffs me still. It worked incredibly well when I first got it, but as I say, it's old. So it may or may not work, but I'll let you know. So their suggestion is, oh God, look at how small the writing is. This can't be for older people. Awaken fatigued eyes and detox with energizing eye contour gel patches. Gentle, soothing gel, refreshing patches help reduce the look of puffiness, dark circles, fine lines, and wrinkles. Infused with cucumber extract to help naturally detox, nourish, hydrate, and depuff skin. Allantoin, chamomile, and aloe help to soothe the skin. Niacinamide, a multifunctional ingredient, helps to improve the skin tone and texture and reduce the appearance of lines and wrinkles. Hyaluronic acid, glycerin, and hydrolyzed collagen deliver intense hydration to help skin look more plump while helping to improve the appearance of tone and density. Caffeine and arnica help diminish the appearance of dark circles. Delicate eye contour area is left visibly brighter, revitalized, and more youthful looking. Okay, use it. Gently lift and separate a delicate gel patch. Apply onto clean, dry, under eye area. Relax and enjoy for 10 to 15 minutes. So I will be back in about maybe 12 minutes, because I've been talking for a few minutes, and I will go on to the next step, and you'll see if this has done anything. As I say, if it does not, it's because it's older, and I obviously am not replacing things at this moment in time. But I love Peter Thomas Roth, and I love almost every product I've gotten from him. The only thing that didn't work for me was that thing that made you look as if your eyes were, I forgot what it was called, that your eyes were much younger, and it took the puffiness down, and but it burned my eyes, and after 3 or 4 days I had to stop using it. But every other product of his that I have used, I have fallen in love with. So, okay, I will be back in about 12 minutes, and I'll see you then. Okay, I don't know about you. I don't know if any of you do this, but I do this sometimes. I was trying to kill some time. This needed to be on for 10-15 minutes. And of course, what I did was I wound up getting on my computer, on my phone, and I started to look at things that I needed to do. I was working on my closet a little bit, and I was looking at some YouTube videos a little bit, and all of a sudden it was like 20-25 minutes later. So by now I think it's grown attached to me. So here we go. Going to get rid of it at this point. Let's see if it did anything. I really see very little puffiness. I can't say yet whether it has worked as well as it typically has in the past. And it just occurred to me, I was cleaning yesterday. I mentioned it before. I was cleaning out a lot of stuff, and in the process I found things that I had totally forgotten that I had, because between the time that I was doing all of the videos about beauty and skincare and all of that, and the time that I got sick and I got derailed a little bit, I lost control over a lot of the things I had at that time. So I'm using some older stuff. We'll see how it works today. But stuff that I have loved in the past from companies that I love. So we'll see how it works. However, I need to get my basic container to get what I'm wearing for my basic makeup. I'll be right back. Bear with me. I think it's what they call old age. One of the problems with cleaning is that I lose things. I don't know if any of you do. When things are all over the place, I tend to know where they are. It kind of reminds me of work many years ago when my broker on my desk had stuff all over it on all different things I was working on. And one day I came into the office and I said I was going to clean up my desk. And he said to me, "Don't touch it." He wanted me to leave it like that because it was working and I was being successful. So he didn't want me to change. Okay, found my little goodie bag. I don't know what I would do without this because it has all my essentials in one bag. And it's easy for me to, you know, it's the basics. It's not everything. But I am able to have a lot of my stuff all in one place. And I can have it kind of organized. And I've got the 2 side pockets. And I've got this top part of it as well. And it can be hung. So, yeah, I'm going to get started. The next step, of course, is going to be my ever faithful water drench. I'm not going to be doing the Clarins today. I think my neck is looking pretty decent considering. But you know I love my Clarins. Again, just this tiniest little bit is all I need. My skin, I am really, really pleased with the way my skin looks. I really am. I mean, considering everything, age and all the issues that I've had in the past year, I feel really lucky that this part of it has been pretty good because clearly this was not my main focus for a long time. So it is really nice to know that it is, whatever I have done is working or has been working and has kept me in better shape. Come to think of it, I better do a little bit down here. I'm not going to use a separate neck cream, though I have them from back then. You know, I have my Dr. Denise, and I did like that product. But this is such a wonderful thing that I can use it for absolutely everything. All right, I found in the stuff that I had that was hanging around when I was cleaning up all the old stuff, I had this box of stuff I had gotten from Miraness a long time ago. I don't know if they have a date on here. Wow, 6/11/17. It's a long time. But the stuff is closed and I haven't used it before, so we'll see how it works out. I'm hoping it works well because I found some of my favorite products in there that I really haven't used lately, and we'll see how it works. All I can do is try. It'll be good or it won't, so we will find out soon enough. Okay, this is my Amazon Aqua Intense Hyaluronic. You know something? I don't even think I'm going to bother with it today, though, because this is my eye cream, and I'm going to just leave it alone from this. It feels really good, I have to tell you. This cucumber product feels really good. I feel absolutely flat. Doesn't look quite as dark to me. We'll find out when I finish the whole application of my skincare and makeup what the story is. I have my Tatcha Luminous Deep Hydration, and that I just tip slightly. You want to do it gently. Take the smallest bead of it, tiny, tiny, tiny. It does a whole cheek. This is firming. Although, in all fairness and all honesty, I don't feel like I have a lot to firm at this point. My skin feels pretty good. I'll come in close. I mean, I really feel, I feel like whatever I'm doing is working. So I'm happy for that. Okay. That's it for that. I'm not going to bother putting on a primer. I am simply going to put on, and this again is one of my Miraness makeups that I came across again when I was looking into this stuff. It is my Velvet Maxi Lift Airbrush, which is one of my favorites. But in fairness, again, they have several of these that I really like. A little moth just went by, lucky me. Okay, and this, I'm just gonna dot it all over. This, I think, is the darker color, I believe. No, it's Vienna. And Vienna is the one that I usually use. I sometimes use mocha in the summertime, but it takes very, very little of this to accomplish the look. I look like I'm using calamine lotion, don't I? So, which, by the way, reminds me there have been such aggressive mosquitoes lately. They are totally driving me crazy. And once again, that wonderful brush that I love, which is the BlendSmart. And I think I have information about that down below. I get the most flawless application with this. Sometimes I don't use it, but I use it much more often than I don't, and I'm extremely happy with it. I think I use too much on my forehead. I don't need that much. Now, the next product that I'm going to be using, I really have to oh, there's definitely a difference under my eyes. I can see it. You know, I mean, I'm having the heavy bags for years and years and years, and then having them get so much better when I was using all the products. I can see a definite difference from that, the cucumber, what do they call it again? Cucumber Detox. So it really is good. It's so dark today. It's so dismal. It's really disgusting. Right, let me see if I can get some backlight here from the computer. I'm not sure it's going to make a difference, but we shall see. Okay, now this is a product I found in that box of stuff that I had, and as you can see, it's still wrapped. And this is from Miraness, and this is the Shona Triple Stick. I had loved these, and I bought several of these when I first started it. I'll tell you my likes and my dislikes. I think it's a great idea. It really is wonderful. It has the 3 colors in one, makes the application simple. You can't do it wrong because it does it for you. You do not want to roll this up too much because it can break, so be careful. So what I do is, because of the dark contour color at the bottom, I will align that with the bottom of my cheekbone, and I will just sweep up. I'm going to go over it a second time. As you can see, it's got the 3 colors in it, and I will tell you, one of the negatives that I had found with it when I first bought it was I didn't like the consistency of it terribly much, and I think they must have changed it, because I like it better now. It's smoother. It felt cakier when I first used it. So I am happy with this. The easiest way for me to then blend it is to just go over this carefully. They do have a brush that they sell. I bought that brush, but I really didn't like it. It actually broke in half. It had 2 sides, and it just broke in half. Right after, I think I used it twice. So I would not opt for that brush. It could have been a fluke. It could have been one that was not perfect. But, so again, for those who are less accomplished in doing this kind of thing, it really is helpful to have it all in one. It makes it easy. Of course, I look muddy now because of the light. I don't in person. At least I think I don't. Occasionally he pulls on his nail. Are you okay, baby boy? Okay. All right, the other product that I haven't used in a long time, and that because I had run out of the one I had, that I'm madly in love with, is this Miraness Shona Concealer Ombre Stick. And I had bought several of these, thankfully. So, this is what it is. It gives you the concealer and the highlighter all in one. Now, if you take a look at this, this is, I just used the tiniest bit. Did you see that? I'm just going to pat it in. I don't really have to do anything too fancy with this. And I'm not finished, and I'm not going to do my under eye stuff until I do my eye makeup first. And I'm going to do the other eye. And again, just pat it in just the tiniest little bit. Okay. What I'm running out of and what I need to replace is my eye primer. And if any of you have eye primers that you love, let me know. I've been using Urban Decay for a long time. I use this one and the darker colored one, which is the one for older eyes. I don't find a huge difference, so it doesn't matter to me which one I get. I loved this when they had it like this. Now the new ones, they only do with the applicator, and I don't love it with the applicator, to be honest with you. So I would be happy to get something else if anybody can make any suggestions to me for ones that might work well. Because this does work well as a base for my eye makeup and keeping my eye makeup in place. Before I learned on YouTube from the younger YouTube beauty gurus, before I learned from them, I didn't know how to do any of this stuff. And my eye makeup, I would put it on, it would wind up in the creases. It was absolutely terrible, and it, you know, didn't make a whole lot of sense. Now again, I came across a lot of my eyeshadow stuff when I was... I came across a lot of the eyeshadow. I came across a lot of the eyeshadow stuff before, and it was a real, I had a lot of good stuff in there. But I think for today, what I'm going to use is the Profusions Naturals, because it's right here. And I'm just going out for dinner tonight. There's nothing unusual or that I need to particularly dress up for. And I'm going to start with Chatty, which is this sort of slightly pinkish color. And the reason I'm using that is it has this little bit of light in it. It's sort of, it's not flat. It has a little bit of shimmer to it. Not shimmer exactly, but it's brightening. And I like to do that on my eyes. As you know, I've been doing that for years, most of the time, unless I'm doing a smoky eye. And I will do this on both. The best application for this, for me, is my finger, because I get the most on, and it works out the best for me. So there we go. What I have to do now is I've got to do my transition colors, and I've got to wash my brushes. I don't have access to all my brushes right now, so I'm going to be using this one, and I will, let's see, I have a lot of transition. That's the good thing about the naturals. The bad thing about the naturals compared to some of the other palettes that Profusion has is that there's a little more fallout from this palette than from a lot of the others that I use. I want to, let me see, am I going warm or am I going cooler? I think I'm going to go warm today. So what I'm going to do is I will take a warmer shade for, all right, I'm going to start with Doll, which is a little bit lighter, and then I'm going to go to the next one, and that is Outgoing. And that's what I'm going to use for my transition today. So again, it's not my favorite brush to use for this. It's a little too soft. It just doesn't give me as much control as I have from the ones that I typically use, but maybe it will be a good reminder for me to wash my brushes later today. So I will get that done. And again, with this, you're going to have to go over it a few times to build it up. The Sultry palette that I had gotten when I got this gave me much more coverage in one fell swoop than this one does, but I like them both. And as you know, I am a tremendous proponent of the Profusion Cosmetics. I love their cosmetics, I love their lines, and I love their pricing because I think they make it easy for a lot of other people who might otherwise not be able to do it. Get really nice makeup looks, and look what you get for, I don't remember, I think this was $10. Look how much you get, and it came with the double-sided brush. It's an awful lot of product for a really good price. Are you going to get the same kind of quality as you get from Tom Ford or, you know, some of the others? No, but it doesn't matter because it's good, and it really has, in the end, it has a great look, and I'm happy with what I come out with. Again, I use this thing in between to kind of clean my brushes off. I've got to wash this also. I really have a lot that I need to get done. And I need a flat brush now to do, and I want one that's a little bit bigger. I'll use this one. This is an e.l.f. brush, I think. Is it? The writing is on. No, it's not. Oh, it fell on the floor. Lovely. Nice. Okay, let me just wipe it off and clean it off. Okay. And I'm going to take, all right, I'm gonna kind of go for these orangey reds today. See how that plays out. I hate e.l.f. brushes. I know a lot of other people like them. The problem with them for me is that they always come apart at the ferrule. Makes me crazy when it does that. Okay. So again, I do this much easier application, as you know if you've been following me, because I've been doing this for a very long time. It's way easier than trying to do it any other way. And it's going to be blended anyway, so it works out really well. And here we go on the other side. So let me get this done. And again, into the crease, just to bring the color across a bit. I'm then going to clean the brush off again and pray that the top doesn't fall off. Okay. You can see how much color comes off. Do you see how much of that orangey color is on there? All right, now I'm going to go for the darker shade, which is kind of in the reddish family, and that's called Armor. Oh, no, it's not. It's called Amour. Let me do that, and I'm going to go into the corner. Lots of fallout on this one. Going into the corner and just creating a V with my brush. Then what I'm going to do is take the brush that do you see the fallout? Look at this. Not lovely. That's why I also don't do my under eye stuff until I'm finished with my eyes. I'm going to take this and I'm going to blend this part of it. I think I want to go for a little more punch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a smaller flat brush and I'm going to go into the corner. They don't have such a dark brown. They have this color called Cozy, which is sort of a dark brown, but not as dark as I would have liked it. But I will use it, wanting to stay with the one palette, and I'm just going into the corner with that. As you can see, it just gives it a little more pop. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. And I will again blend it just so it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. And then what I did yesterday when I was cleaning up and putting everything together and trying to have it in some semblance of order and trying to have it make some kind of sense, I used two different cases that I've had for a long time. And one of them, of course, and I've shown it to you before, One of them is this 5-drawer glue kit. So it makes it really easy for me to find my eyeliners, my lipsticks, my highlighter, things like that. And I have another case that's bigger than this, also the plastic drawers, because it makes it the easiest to access. So I took all my pencils, and I have the darker pencil in one drawer and the lighter pencils in the second to bottom drawer. I can't pull it out. I would have shown it to you, but what I did was I took every single one of them and sharpened them, because I hate when I'm sitting here and at the last minute I try to do something that I cannot do because I don't have the wherewithal to do it. All right, I'm gonna take, I just need the smaller mirror so that I can do this here where you can see it better. Oh, well, this is not working at all. So glad I shared that with you. And this is a NYX pencil, but it's not the slide-on glide-on. And I love the slide-on glide-on. It works the best for me. This is a slide-on, is it? Can't tell. Yes. This is, it's a coppery color. It's really not what I wanted to use. No, it's not going to work. I need a warm color. It's not going to work. All right, so let me try this one. This is the NYX. It's also slide-on glide-on. And this one, what color is this called? Bronze. Duh. So it's a really warm color. Let's see how this one works. To do a line that I'm going to then bring up into the corner. Again, it's all about illusion, drawing the eye up. And I'm losing some of the lighter color that I have on my lids, so I'm going to add some. I love the NYX slide-on glide-on pencils. They are so smooth. They make my job so much easier. I'm not going to do anything with the under eye until I put my makeup under there. And then I will do my mascara. And this is going to be a really long video. I hope you don't hate me for it. Okay, I think I'm okay with that for now. I'm going to do the under eye stuff. And I'm going to use my Born This Way first. It is pouring, pouring. And I am sure I have water in my basement because the guy who had fixed my door easily 1.5 years ago never put the weather stripping back. So water gets in under the door. I'm going to have somebody come in and do it. I can use one of 2 brushes on this, either a pointy one or the flat, and just work this in. It lightens the whole area. It accomplishes 2 things at the same time. It does my under eye brightening, and it brightens the corners, which I really need. I don't want those dark corners. It's so dark in my room, though. I feel like I'm doing this in the dark. I know it doesn't come across as dark. I really should have ring lights, but that's not a priority at this moment in my life. So I need to function with what I have. And at this point, I am going to use the cotton thing that I had used before with my micellar water just to clean my fingers so that when I pat it, I'm not transferring any darker color. And it would be nice if I had taken a paper towel here, which I did not. That's one of the problems with cleaning up. You no longer have all the little stray things around. So I'll take one of these pads. I do not like these pads at all. The ones that I always bought were not available, so I bought these quilted cotton squares at Walgreens. I hate them. They just don't absorb. They're way too small. They're way too thin. But it'll work just fine for this application now. By patting it in, I think the warmth of my finger and just all of that really helps. By the way, I had the strangest dream, not last night, it was this morning after I woke up, let the dogs out, and fell asleep again. I dreamt that I was looking at apartments in the city for some reason, not for myself, but all of a sudden I decided that I wanted to get the apartment and that I thought it would be perfect for me. It was strange because the kitchen needed to be updated, the bathroom needed to be updated. It had 3 bedrooms, but they were what they called tandem bedrooms. You had to go through the master bedroom to get to the other bedrooms, and it made no sense. The whole layout was strange. I know why I wanted it. Because in the dream, there was an outdoor space that was big and wonderful, and I felt that since I was going to be in an apartment, that it would give me outside space where I could sit and relax and enjoy it, which in a sense is really amusing since I don't use my backyard. My dogs use it, I don't. I'm going to go back to this Shona concealer stick again for a minute, and I'm going to add just a little bit of this highlight combined with the concealer to try to get rid of whatever the rest of the darkness is under there, or most of it. Now, I had a very interesting experience also. Now, let me do this on the other side. Just that little, it takes so little. So it's wonderful, because when I first got this stick, I thought, oh my God, it's so small, but it doesn't take much. So it's wonderful. I highly recommend this. It just is great. It's good for so many things. I can use it down the center of my nose to give me that little bit of highlight. And then I will add a little bit of the contour on the sides of my nose. All right, where is my cap? At one point, I had gotten so annoyed because I had ordered from Hoola a couple of times, and they had the powder that I always use, which is the Miraness BB powder, the white translucent powder, and I needed more. So I was really frustrated when they didn't have it, and then they finally had it and I ordered it. The first time I got it, they sent me the wrong powder. And I was really upset because I really needed it, and I loved that powder. So I sent it back. Then they ran another sale, I guess it was a few months later, and lo and behold, I can't find the right brush to apply this. They had the sale again, and I ordered it again, and I wrote in the notes that I needed the white translucent BB powder. And once again, they sent me the Studio Magic BB Pore Powder. That was not the right one. So I said, the heck with it. I just kept it, but I was really annoyed, and I said, I'll never order it again. So I didn't use it for the longest time, but I ran out of the other one. I'm using a flat brush to apply it. This is what it looks like. It is very, very finely milled, and it doesn't crease, it doesn't show up, and it turns out that I love it, which just goes to prove sometimes if something seems like a mistake, in the end, maybe it's not. Maybe it really is what is the best thing for you, but you wouldn't have known it. You never would have gotten it had it not happened by happenstance. So that's an interesting aside. Okay, let me put this back. Now, what I am going to do is take a little bit of, which one am I going to use? Not my favorite. This is Laura Geller. I had 2 of them. I want the lighter one. Okay, I'm going to do this one. It is Blush and Brighten Roseberry. It's okay. It's just not my favorite. So I'm going to take this brush, and again, I need a brush that, no, that's not good. It's not dense enough. This one is denser. This is the ADA, believe it or not, from Shop Miss A. I'm just going to use the littlest bit of it just to kind of warm up my cheeks. Although this color is not terribly warming. There we go. That's a little bit too much, but that's okay. Because if you make a mistake, if you put too much of anything on, and if you happen to have that blending brush, blend it for a couple of seconds, and it makes a mistake. Perfect. It's perfect in the end. It's really simple. Okay. I am going to, at this point, because I don't want to forget it, I'm going to do that little bit of, this one is the Physician's Formula. I'm going to use this just to kind of take a little bit and warm up this whole area here, because normally when I use the powdered contour, I do this at the same time. I do this, I do all around here, I do the sides of my nose. I always think of, I forgot who it was who mentioned in a video a very long time ago that when she went out with her brother, that he said, what are those brown stripes on the side of your nose? And I always think of that to make sure I don't have brown stripes on the side of my nose. Okay, so I think I'm good with that. I typically, again, will bring a little of it down here to give me a more defined line. And again, the cheekbones are filling out again. That I attribute to the Clarins. And I just, Mihaela, if you are anywhere in the world, and if there's any way that you can see it, I have missed you terribly. You have been such a staunch supporter and so helpful, and I think of you so often, and God bless. So I hope you're around somewhere that you can hear this. Okay, what do I need now? I need to do some kind of something under the eye to once again make the eyes look larger. So I'm going to take, I'll take the rounded brush, and again I'm going to clean it off a little bit. I cannot believe how much it's raining. It's pouring. There must be something stuck in my gutter, because I see the water pouring in that one area. Fortunately, it's away from my house because I have enough of a, what do you call it, soffit. Okay, let's see, what color am I going to use under? Actually, I would have liked to use a lighter color. I'm not sure what to use. I may do something really weird here. Let's see. And again, I need the, my eyes are not that good, that in this dark light, dim lit, okay, it's, you know, it's nothing spectacular, but as I say, it's kind of a simple day today, nothing, no huge plans. And I will do the other eye. And then I'll do my mascara. I really terribly miss my Marc Jacobs mascara, because as I say, for me, there's nothing like it. The Velvet Noir. I have a little one, and I've got a little bit of it left. I almost hate to waste it because there's so little left. This was one I had gotten in a kit. Whenever I had gotten that, whichever Christmas I got that kit that had this. I didn't use it for a long time because I still had my other one, but it just works so well for me. And since I don't wear any false lashes, I really want to make the most of the looks of my own lashes. So this one makes it easy, and it comes off easily enough so that I don't walk around with huge clumps and pulling out my eyelashes as I try to take it off. Okay, let's see. Okay, take a look. Can you see it? I don't know if it shows up. I have such wimpy lashes. Oh, thunder now. I'm thinking maybe I should call him and tell him not to come tonight. It's crazy. I mean, this is a bad storm. Unless it ends long before. He's supposed to pick me up at 6. I don't know. It's already well into the afternoon, so maybe I'll give him a call when I finish and see if he wants to maybe reschedule it. It definitely makes a difference. You can see the more definition in my left eye than my right. It does. And what's amazing to me is even without liner, once you put your mascara on, it almost looks as if you have a little bit of liner right at the lash line, because it gives you more definition and fills it in and makes it look thicker. So it definitely makes a difference. And of course, I didn't curl my lashes or anything. I'm just doing this. I'm lucky that my lashes have a little bit of a natural curl to themselves. I know some people have stick straight ones, so it's harder for them. Okay. Now I can use a little bit of a second pass by, pass through, pass by, to make it look a little bit more dense. I cannot believe this day. Wow. This is crazy. I'm afraid to see my basement. There's gonna be a lot of water that came in under that door. Not good. I wish that guy had not done that. And I specifically said to him when he was doing the work, I said, "You're going to put the water stripping, right?" He said, "Right." Nope. Not only didn't he put the water stripping, but there had been a, what do you call it? A door jamb? The metal plate under the door, and he didn't put that back either. So I really need that fixed. So that's going to have some attention at some point, not in the distant future. All right, all I need now is to put on my lipstick, and I'm in business for the day. So let's see, where did I put? Okay, I have a lot of lipsticks, and because again, I made sure that I put it all together, I now have to decide which color I'm going to use. It's kind of red. Maybe it's a dismal day. Maybe. Okay, let's see. And there we go. So now I have my outline done, and all I have to do is fill it in. Didn't I have a top for this? This couldn't have been topless. At least I hope not. Son of a gun. Considering these drawers are small, they do hold quite a bit. I don't see a top for this. All right, I'll have to put it back in here and look afterwards. And let's see what I'm gonna do for, oh, I haven't used this in a while. This is also the Miraness. This was the double lipstick thing, and there are things I like about it and things I don't like about it. I abhor, and I've said this before, the fact that in order to make it go up, you have to pull it down. If you pull it down and don't leave it too far, which you shouldn't because you don't want it to break off, it sometimes falls down. So I don't like the delivery system, but it gives you the two colors at one time. Now, I haven't used it for a while, so. It's not quite as creamy as it was. It is creamy, but not quite as creamy as it was. But it does work well in terms of getting the two colors done together. And then, of course, well, I want to add a little bit, what I always do, and you've always seen me do, is to have that little bit of a, where is it? A little bit of a sun-kissed look right in the middle. So I like to add that. Just a little bit of highlighting. And the coup de grace, for me, is adding my Emile Cordon lip balm. This is what they had sent me quite a while ago, and I love it. I love the feel of it. As I've said, it's extremely sensuous feeling to me. I love the applicator that comes with it. It is not an inexpensive product, but I really need to call him and tell him he might want to rethink this. Takes very little of the product. So I'm just going to take my spatula, gather a little bit of it in there, and that's all that I need. And then apply it, and I love the way that feels. And it makes my lips feel so soft and smooth and incredible, and it tastes good and it smells good. They really have a winning product here. There is no doubt about that. So, yeah. I actually had meant to take the other one because the other one has a slightly pinkish cast. Oh, this is incredible. Okay. You know, not to get off track, but this is an orgasm in a container. It's absolutely incredible. It's really good stuff. Okay. All right. I will clean off the spatula and replace it in the thing. It just feels so good and tastes so good. It's wonderful. It really is. I know other people have talked about some other products that they like also. For me, there's nothing like this. Absolutely nothing like this. It's my go-to. Delicious. I feel as if I need just the tiniest bit more of kind of a rougey tint. That's in my other case though. So let me see what I have here, because I also came across this train case that I had gotten when I was going through all the old stuff. So oh good. Yeah, I definitely have something in here that I can use. These are all, so I'll pick one of those pinky shades and just add that tiniest little bit and see what a difference that makes for me. Okay. I did forget one thing and I realize it now. Oh, I forgot two things. The lighting is awful. It's atrocious. I apologize profusely, but I have no control over it right at the moment, unfortunately. Okay, what I forgot to do, the two things, were, and let me put this back. I love when they have these train cases at Ulta. I know a lot of people think of it as makeup for the kids. Not in my world. I have gotten some really good things for an unbelievable price from this stuff, so for me it works. And of course I'm an idiot because I did not bring the other thing with me and I don't want to waste any more time, so I will try to use one of these and see how that works. Okay, yeah, I'll use one of these. This is champagne highlighter. That'll do for today. And I'm going to use, this is not my favorite brush because I need to get my other one washed. It's denser, but I will use it. This is the champagne highlighter, just to give me that tiny little bit of dewy look. Tiny, tiny. But I'm allowed to look dewy too, right? We don't always have to look as old as we are. And there we are. I didn't do a thing for my eyebrows. I could, but I think I can get away with it with not doing it for today. And I think I am going to do one final step and I am done. Except for obviously getting dressed and fixing my hair. Okay, the Shona concealer stick again. The lighter part of it, the highlighter, I just go under my brow bone, just like that, and then I will work that in and take a look at how much difference it makes when you highlight that area. I mean, I have good real estate anyway between my eye and my brow bone, but whether you do or whether you don't, this will make a big difference for you. So that is it. I am as complete as I'm going to be for today. This is the look. I hope you enjoyed it. And what I was going to talk about was the next video I want to do for you. I did that walk down memory lane the other day, and I was on the phone with one of the guys, and we started talking about the past and what life was like when we were young compared to the way it is today, and really taking a long walk down memory lane. So I want to do that as a kind of follow-up to the last video. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Take care, everybody. You know I love you. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.